And did a teacher's stupidity put you in danger? My stomach felt like someone was stabbing me with a hot knife when I raised my hand in Mrs. Kirby's 8th grade math class. She was writing equations on the board and didn't even turn around when she said no bathroom breaks during lessons. Mrs. Kirby, I need the nurse. My stomach really hurts. She finally turned around with that look she always gave students who interrupted her. Mrs. Kirby was one of those teachers who bragged about never missing a day of work in 20 years. She had gray hair pulled back so tight it made her face look stretched and wore the same brown cardigan every single day. Sit down, Devin. You can go after class. But class had just started and there were 45 minutes left. The pain was getting worse and spreading to my right side. I tried to focus on the numbers on the board, but they kept blurring together. Sweat was dripping down my face even though the classroom was freezing. 10 minutes later, I raised my hand again. This time, I could barely keep it up because moving made everything hurt worse. Please, Mrs. Kirby, something's really wrong. I said after class, stop being dramatic. The girl next to me whispered that I looked super pale. Another kid in front turned around and his eyes got wide when he saw my face. Pretty soon, half the class was staring at me instead of the board. I was hunched over my desk, trying not to cry, because crying would just make Mrs. Kirby madder. Mrs. Kirby, he looks really sick, said Cora from the front row. She was the kind of student who never spoke up, so everyone knew it was serious. Mrs. Kirby slammed her marker down. Cora, do you want detention? Everyone needs to mind their own business. 20 minutes had passed and I felt like I was dying. The pain was so bad I couldn't sit up straight anymore. I slid halfway out of my chair, and that's when Keith stood up. He was the tallest kid in 8th grade and wasn't scared of anybody. This is messed up. He needs help. Sit down, Keith, or you'll join Cora in detention. More kids started speaking up. Even the quiet ones were saying she needed to let me go to the nurse. Mrs. Kirby's face got redder and redder. She started writing names on the board for detention. First Cora, then Keith, then Maria, then Arthur. Pretty soon, she had 8 names up there. Anyone else want to join them? No? Good. Then be quiet and let me teach. I couldn't take it anymore. The pain was making me see spots, and I knew I was going to pass out if I didn't get help. I stood up even though it felt like my insides were ripping apart. I started walking toward the door. Mrs. Kirby moved faster than I'd ever seen her move. She grabbed a desk and pushed it in front of the door, blocking my way. You're not going anywhere, Devin. Sit down right now. The whole class erupted. Kids were yelling that she couldn't do that it was illegal to trap us in the room, that she was crazy. Even the kids who never got in trouble were standing up and shouting. But Mrs. Kirby just stood there with her arms crossed like she was guarding the door to a bank vault. I tried to push the desk, but the movement made everything worse. The pain hit me like a truck, and suddenly I felt something coming up my throat. I tried to turn away, but it was too late. I threw up all over Mrs. Kirby's brown cardigan, but it wasn't normal vomit. It was red, blood red. The last thing I saw was Mrs. Kirby's face going from angry to terrified. Then everything went black. I woke up in a hospital bed with tubes in my arm and machines beeping around me. My mom was crying in a chair next to me. The doctor told me my appendix had burst, and they barely got me into surgery in time. If I'd waited another hour, the infection could have killed me. They kept me in the hospital for a week because the burst appendix had leaked poison into my body. I missed a lot of school, but honestly didn't care. My mom told me the whole class had told the principal what happened. 8 different kids gave statements about Mrs. Kirby blocking the door and refusing to let me get help. On my bedside table was a small vase with yellow flowers and a card. My mom said they were from Mrs. Kirby. The card said, "I'm so sorry, Devin. Get well soon." I didn't open it. I just asked my mom to throw it away.